that they didn't show for y'all. Damien told Carmen to go home. She said no, and she didn't put N-O, she put no with a whole bunch of O's, as in like no. And but don't you think if Corey was so mad at Damien, they wouldn't be playing ball together? Right?
That's correct.
So she couldn't have told him a week later.
I just gotta talk to you. You know, communication is everything. Fuck the motherfucking fuck.
I do with Carmen, you know what I'm saying? Got to do with me. It's about Damien and Bianca, Prince family. You know what I'm saying?
How the hell they gon' judge us when we came from the bottom? We ain't never had enough. We was living life rough. Now we good, now we straight, now we up. Now we good, now we straight, now we up. How the hell they gon' judge us when we came from the bottom? We ain't never had enough. We was living life rough. Now we good, now we straight, now we up. Now we good, now we straight, now we up.
Now we up. Now we Gucci. She rock Fendi. For sure. I rock Louis. I got Louis. That's my babe, my true day one.
What's good, YouTube? You already know what it is. It's your boy Damien and
Bianca.
And we are back once again, guys, with another video. Now today, we are here to clear our name up. But without further ado, you ready for this?
I'm ready. I'm ready to, you know, tell our side of the story.
Yeah, man. Let's go. You ready for this? Hey, hold up. It's the Prince family, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Hey, I've been working like 3 jobs. Probably why I never see y'all. Probably why I never have time for the fake friends I won't be y'all. Oh God, I've been running now. Up early when the sun is out. Not sunning out my own soul, but those real ones, they coming out.
All right. So we're going to start from the beginning.
The beginning
of literally everything, okay? So on July 9th, 2019, we dropped a video called Switching Baby Mamas, right? And in that video, he was with Carmen, I was with Corey, and we basically act like each other boyfriend and girlfriend for the day or whatever. And during the video that me and Corey did, the camera wasn't rolling 24/7, obviously, because that's, first of all, that's a lot of footage to try and have your camera rolling for that long of a period of time, you know what I'm saying? So when the camera was off, Corey was like, yeah, I've been, you know, seeing you for a while, I've been looking at you for a while, you know what I'm saying? You cute, you look good type stuff. The camera was not on at this point. The camera wasn't on. So after that, you know what I'm saying, we just went about the video, whatever. When we get back to Corey's house, me and him was sitting in the car because Damien and Carmen wasn't back at the house yet. So me and him was sitting in the car waiting for them to get back. And we was in the car talking, and basically I was talking to him about Carmen, and I was telling, hey, you know, Carmen's a good girl, you shouldn't be cheating on her. He said, I don't be cheating on her, that stuff be lies, this and that. I'm like, Corey, I'm not stupid. I know you cheat on her. I'm just saying that Carmen is a good girl and you don't want to mess that up, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when, I don't know if it was before or after, but basically he asked for my Snapchat. I was following Carmen on Snapchat, but me and him did, like, I follow like a lot of YouTubers on Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff, right? So he asked for my Snapchat, so I gave it to him. I'm like, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I gave him my Snapchat. When I gave him my Snapchat, that was kind of, I think you guys had walked up to the...
Like me and Carmen had pulled up in our car?
Yeah, you guys had pulled up. And then they came to the door or whatever, like the car door, and then Carmen was like, what y'all doing in here? And I'm like, we not doing nothing. We just sitting here waiting on y'all. I was talking to him about you. Like, even during the video, Corey was out trying to buy stuff for Carmen, do stuff for Carmen. And people said I was like flirting with Corey in the video, but that was the whole purpose of the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was calling him baby or boo or whatever. I was being flirtatious because that was the whole purpose of the video.
It was for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, it was for entertainment purposes only. And then Corey had me on Snapchat. He added me July 8th because we filmed it the day before.
Okay.
July 8th, but he didn't have you on Snapchat.
No,
right?
I was following, me and Carmen was friends on Snapchat, and I was already following Corey on Snapchat, but he was never following me back.
Right. So after that, we all went back in the house, and then Damien and Carmen kept doing y'all video.
Yeah, we was recording.
They was recording, yeah. And Corey had got me some flowers, and then Carmen was like, oh, you never give me flowers, Corey.
What you holding?
Flowers.
You know what I'm saying? What?
Wow, see, I don't get surprised.
Wow.
I don't even get not one flower, no matter
He
how
told
much
me
they
he buy
cost.
you flowers. He said, yes, I do. And I said, Carmen, I said, you can have these flowers. I don't want these flowers. You know what I'm saying? I left the flowers at their house on the counter. Like, I don't want the flowers. And then Damien was like, hey, we gotta, Carmen, I gotta do something real quick, or something like that, whatever you said.
Oh, yeah. I said,
He said, Carmen, come here, or something.
Yes, in the video.
Yeah. So basically, Damien got down on one knee and act like he was proposing to Carmen.
Yeah.
Now, when he did that, I pulled Carmen's hair because I'm like, what y'all doing? Like,
When it was a part on the video that she pulled my hair, now I feel like, oh, she really meant that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's for the video. I pulled her hair because I'm like, y'all ain't about to be on that. You know what I'm saying?
So I was proposing to Carmen.
Yeah.
For the video.
Yeah, for the video, for entertainment purposes only. And then later that night around like 6:30, I wrote Carmen on Instagram because I seen like the comments what people was talking about, like, oh my gosh, if I was Carmen, I would have beat Bianca, I would have did this, I would have did that. So I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't have pulled her hair, you know what I'm saying? So I wrote her on Instagram and I apologized to her. I said, here, I'm gonna read it, and it's gonna pop up too. I'm gonna read it word for word because I don't want to mess nothing up. Okay, I said, I didn't mean to pull your hair like that. She said, LOL, oh, you good girl. It was funny to me. I didn't mind, LOL. And I said, I've just been reading the comments and they're forcing it. I know how you felt about it, so I wanted to make sure you was cool. She said, yeah, you know how they gonna be, but I don't care, I'm good. And I didn't have a problem with you pulling my hair. I probably should have cut that part off. I said, it's cool, Damien left it in so it doesn't matter. But okay, just making sure. She said, you're good, girl. But she said,
in her video,
in their video, she said,
When it was a part on the video that she pulled my hair, now I feel like, oh, she really meant that.
that she felt some type of way about me pulling her hair or something. It wasn't like that. I have the messages right here that she said, I apologized to her because I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's that part. That's July 9th. All right, guys, so now we're on to July 15th. So on July 9th, that's when Corey added me on Snapchat, but he didn't write me on Snapchat until July 15th. So on July 15th, he writes me, he's like, hey, what are you doing? Where's Damien? I'm like, Damien already left, because on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, they all go to gym together.
Yeah.
Him, Corey, and they have another friend. They all go to gym together. So he was like, is he home? And I'm like, no, Damien already left. He was like, what car is he driving? And I'm like, I don't know what type of car he's driving. I don't check until like if I leave go get the kids or something, that's when I know what type of car he's driving.
But if I'm meeting up with Corey to go hoop at the gym, why is he asking you what type of cars I'm driving if we already texting about who going to who?
Yeah, Corey has Damien's number.
That don't make sense.
So he could have just did that. I don't know why he wrote me and said that. I don't know if he was trying to be on something or I don't know. But he wrote me talking about where's Damien, what's he driving, woo-doo-woo, right?
You know where I'm at if we going to the gym. But my fault, go ahead.
Okay, and then so after that, he writes me, he's like, hey, do you guys have, like, do you have guy friends? And I'm like, nah, we don't do that over here. Like, I don't have guy friends, he don't have female friends, we just don't do that over here. I said, I'm married. Cause I'm thinking like, people who have guy friends and female friends, that stuff can get messed up in relationships. We just don't do that. So I told him no.
Yeah, we don't have, I don't have girls as friends and she don't have guys as friends.
Yeah.
That's just how we roll.
Unless they're like mutual, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, no, I'm married. So after that, he didn't send me nothing else until they was at gym. Cause I remember I wrote you at 6:37.
Yeah, you right. Yep.
And so when I wrote him at 6:37, they was already at the gym. And he goes talking about, hey, I have a question. And I'm like, I'm not about to do this. Like I'm not about to do this. He was like, no, it's not like that. And I'm like, okay, what? And he was like, I just need some advice. And I'm like, okay, like what? And he was like, I want to do stuff for Carmen, but I can't read her mind. And then he goes and asks me, do me and Damien have dates? I say, yes. He says, well, who initiates it? And I'm like, we both do. He'll do it, I'll do it, we both initiate the dates. And I have messages between me and Damien on on that day, and I basically wrote him and I said, hey, Corey wrote me and said he needed some advice. I told him nah, and I told him to ask somebody else. Mind you, he asked me, do I have male friends? So when he asked me if I have male friends, I'm like, that's when he was like, I have a question. I'm like, no, I ain't about to get into this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to get into this. And then I said, this nigga gonna ask me, do me and you have date nights? I said yes. He asked who initiates it first. He asked who initiated first, and I replied and said both. I don't know why he's writing me, but I'm not replying anymore, and I'm just letting you know. He just wrote me talking about he wants to do nice stuff for Carmen, but he can't read her mind, and he doesn't know what type of stuff she wants to do. He said he just wants to make time for his girl. Damien says, hell no, keep that bad energy away from us.
And I'm talking about the drama with the relationship stuff.
Yeah, and I said, I know, that's why I'm not replying anymore. I feel like he really needed some advice, but I'm staying away from that cheating mess.
But if he needed advice, if you had to gym with me, he could have easily just asked me what it was.
Yeah.
Man to man, like what do you do for your girl? How do y'all better your relationship?
Yeah, he could have, because the stuff he asked me, it's not like he was asking from a female perspective. He was asking like in general, so he could have just hit Damien up. I don't know why he asked me.
Like he was with me at the gym. Like.
But after that, his last message, it said, I'm gonna hit you later. And after that, we never talked ever again. Nothing was said. He never wrote me, I never wrote him. And that's just how it was.
And I never even tripped about the situation. I just kind of like, I never even brought it up. So
yeah, it was just like I feel like maybe like they do need advice in their relationship, but how we work over here, we don't really get into like
other people's stuff.
Yeah, it's like we don't really get into other people's mess or other people's business because it can mess up your own relationship. You know what I'm saying? So after that, me and him never messaged again. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the beginning of the reality show, how it all started. Since you guys already know that we have a reality show coming out, we might as well talk about it, right?
Spill a little bit of the beans, like just a little bit.
Yeah, so basically—
It started? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So we started planning a reality show. I'm just really excited for the show. I'm just really excited for the show. We started planning the show in around June, and then we filmed it in August. The show is actually already done. It's in a process of getting edited right now. We didn't want to tell you guys about the show.
It was supposed to be a secret.
A surprise.
Yeah.
And obviously, it
got brought out.
Got brought up. It got leaked out. But it's okay. I mean, because now it's only gonna make you guys more excited to see what's about to come from us.
Because it was super fun.
It was.
It was fun, funny. It was a lot.
Yeah, so we had a lot of influencers. We invited a lot of people. Everybody that was up under net management, that's what we up under. Everybody got the invite.
Everybody got the invite.
And extras got the invite.
And extra people, yeah. And it wasn't just couples, like it was like couples, other people that they didn't even do YouTube.
They didn't even do YouTube. And it was people that was single was on the show.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it wasn't like no love and hip hop type of thing.
Like it wasn't supposed to be a drama reality show.
No, absolutely not.
It was supposed to be a fun, exciting thing for everybody to come together and just do fun stuff like on video.
On video, that's it. We wanted to just create better, awesome content for you guys because a lot of people, you know, we read the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like we pay attention, and people say that we want, new stuff, new content. People keep saying they want to see the same stuff, so we like, all right, cool. So what we did was we took some of the money that we made off YouTube, because this is actually our full-time job. We took some of that money and invested it back into our business, because this is our business. And the reality show costed about like $60,000, and that's a lot of money to just anybody. I mean, it's a lot of money to us.
It was out of our pocket. It wasn't like we got handouts or anybody pitched in. We did it because we wanted to do better content for y'all and
bring everybody together.
Yeah. So it was $60,000. We paid for it. And it was just supposed to be fun.
Yeah,
it
that's
really
it.
was.
But for the most part, other than this drama situation, it was fun.
It
it was fun. And I'm just so excited.
I wish we could just tell y'all now, but we can't. We still have to keep some stuff a secret.
We have to. You gotta watch the show, because that's why we, that's why we did it. So it's pretty awesome. We had a lot of influencers with big following, small following. The following really didn't matter. It was just everybody coming together and just doing something awesome that was never really done before. So that's pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for how it got started. Okay guys, so now it is August 19th, the first day of the reality show. So the first day of the reality show, we were supposed to go pick up a couple of the couples on a big vehicle. And so we were actually supposed to go get Carmen and Corey first.
We were supposed to get them first.
But you had texted them and they didn't answer.
They didn't answer. No, the manager had texted them, but they didn't answer.
And they didn't answer.
Because first of all, we hired a babysitter for Carmen and Corey kids, but what happened was the babysitter, Carmen and Corey answered the door for the babysitter. And let me remind you, let me tell you, they babysitter came to their house at like, was it 9 a.m.?
9 in the morning, yeah.
So the babysitter was at their house at 9 a.m., knocking on the door for a whole hour to 10 a.m.
And got no response.
Got no response. They wasn't answering their phone or answering the door. So we were supposed to pick them up first.
But instead, since they didn't respond, we went to the next location.
Which was Nick and King's house.
Yeah.
And then we picked Nick and King, we picked them up at their house, and then we went back to Carmen and Corey house.
Yeah, so we went back to Carmen and Corey house. And we went back to Carmen Corey house. We went and we like knocked on the door because we're supposed to knock on the door. So we knocked on the door, we got no answer.
Correct.
And then so we were like, okay, this not Carmen and Corey. Like they would have answered the door.
I even text Corey. I text Corey at.
Yeah, we have the messages.
I text Corey at 10:24 a.m. I said, "You good, bro?" Still no reply. I was calling. The management was calling. Nikki King was calling. Matter of fact, Nikki King even went like literally in their backyard.
Yeah.
And
they
they
looked through like their windows.
Their windows was open and everything, and nobody was.
Like their phones was right there. You could see inside their house. Their phones was there.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if they have extra phones or not.
Yeah, but you couldn't see them basically.
Yeah, you couldn't see them basically. Matter of fact, me and Corey and our friend, we went to go hoop the night before.
The night before, yeah, and I remember you telling me about that.
We went to go hoop the night before. Matter of fact, let me pull up that. I got the receipt for that. So me and Corey and our friend, we went to hoop the night before. When we was hooping at the gym, we usually play about 5 or 6 games.
Like they usually be at basketball for like what, 2 hours least.
No, we be at I was about to say at least. I was about to say we be there hooping.
Yeah.
So what happened was Corey came into the gym and we only played 2 games. And then he said, all right, y'all, I'm about to be out. I'm like, you leaving already? He said, yeah, I gotta get prepared for the reality show tomorrow. I said, all right, bet it up, see you in the morning. So he supposedly went to the crib to get sleep early for the reality show the next day.
Therefore he could wake up on time, yeah.
Yes, and so when the babysitter, when our management was trying to contact Carmen and Corey, when the babysitter was knocking on their door, Carmen and Corey, they wasn't responding at
9
all.
a.m.
At 9
a.m. knocked for a whole hour.
So during that time period, at 9:42 a.m., here go the receipts right here. Our dude Robert was like, my body killing me. And as you see from the screenshot, it got a heart next to it. And that heart came from Corey. So that means
he was awake, or he had to be awake.
Because we had a group, we have a group chat.
Yeah.
He had to be awake. So he favorited that, but he didn't reply to the babysitter that was knocking on the door for an hour. He didn't reply to the manager, me, or nobody else. So yeah, that was that.
And then, so like we was at their house and everybody was concerned. Like we was all like, did something happen to them? Like we didn't know because it wasn't normal for Carmen and Corey to not respond.
Yeah, at this point,
like everybody trying to get worried.
Bro.
And then we seen a police drive by. We like, where they going?
Yeah, the police drove by.
We thought that they was going to their house because we all was concerned.
We was all concerned, but Carmen and Corey, they made it seem like we was like desperate, that we really wanted them on the show.
We really didn't want to be a part of the show. But for some reason, they really wanted us to be a part of this show.
But
we invited it wasn't like that. We wasn't sitting there banging on the door. No. We knocked a few times, we called, y'all wasn't replying. I even text Corey, listen, we was there so long. Look, so at 12:35, right? Here go the screenshot, guys. I text Corey. She still didn't reply to you good, bro? And I was at 10:24. So at 12:35, I wrote him and I said, hey bro, if you can't do the show, that's cool. Just let us know. We want to make sure y'all straight though. All they had to say was, hey bro, we don't want to do the show.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like if you didn't want to be a part of it, that's all you had to say. We're not gonna force anybody to do anything that they didn't want to do.
No, that don't even make sense. And as the message say, we just want to make sure y'all straight though. Even if y'all want to do the show.
That was at 12:35, right?
12:35.
And at 12:44, I wrote Carmen on Instagram. I don't have Carmen and Corey's numbers. I think they changed their numbers or something, but I don't have their numbers. So at 12:44, I wrote Carmen on Instagram and I said, you good? Which I have the screenshot for that too. I said, you good? And then she wrote me back at 2:46. 2 hours later, she said, yeah, see you in a bit.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of like, okay, like
it was like that. And then we end up leaving. Like after a while, we was like, they not responding. Hopefully they're okay.
Yeah.
We actually was about to call the cops because they literally, like if you left the gym early, okay, to get sleep for the show, and then in the morning time, the babysitter at the door, you don't answer, and then we all pull up. It was a lot of us outside, the whole camera crew, everybody, and y'all not responding at all. We literally thought something happened to you guys.
Yeah.
Man. And so we just end up just leaving. We said, all right, guys.
So he was in the big van.
The big van.
And then he called you.
Yeah,
or you called him.
We left. We ended up leaving. Their house because they wasn't answering. We left, and then like 10 to 15 minutes later, like we was like on the freeway. Corey called me and said, "What's up, bro? I was sleeping, woody woo." And I'm like, "All right, that's cool." So I'm like, "So we was at your house, so I mean, so what you gonna do?"
Yeah.
And then that's when he started talking to me about like some other stuff about like he overslept and him and Carmen.
Oh, they was up till 5 in the morning watching movies.
He was up to 5 in the morning watching movies. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was like, y'all want to be a part of the show or not? Because y'all don't have to, because we already left anyway.
Yeah.
He would just like send me the address. We gonna come. I'm about to see you the address. So
have the messages for that too.
So I sent them that address to the location we was basically meeting at, and then I said, "Oh, the studio." I said the address to the studio, and then I said how, and then like something happened, and I wrote him. I said, "So how far are y'all?" And then he said, "About to leave the house. Carmen had to get ready." And this is at 141, as you see at the top. He wrote me back 2 hours later saying we outside. And let me remind you that we already started the show. Like he hit me back 2 hours later. We already started the show. So when they end up getting to the show, they had to actually wait outside the studio because we already started filming. And so
I also have another thing to touch on.
Yeah.
And they said, well, I'm gonna say Corey. Corey said that we were banging on the door.
Being on the door, you know, they were like, it was just like on something like, damn, they really want us to be on this show.
If you knew somebody was banging on the door, how would you sleep? Or why didn't you answer the door? If you sleep, how did you hear that? It's just like, it doesn't make sense. And we also have footage of us at their house, but not once was we banging on their door trying to get them to come outside because we was desperate. We was desperate for them.
No,
it wasn't like that.
No, absolutely not. It don't make sense. At that point, we were just concerned about your well-being. So yeah, man, crazy.
Okay, so as it just said, Carmen and Corey couldn't be in the first challenge because they was late. So when you guys watch the reality show, when the footage comes out, you will see that they were nowhere to be found in the first challenge. So we went to the next location. We went to a mansion. When we went to the mansion, everybody was there, but Carmen and Corey, they didn't get introduced to the show yet.
No, they did not get introduced to the show. So what we had to do,
couldn't just throw them on.
They can't just appear. You know what I'm saying? So what we did was we actually created a grand entrance for them to get on the show. So basically, you guys gonna see when the show come out
how it happened. But basically, they were like special guests, like they like got brought in.
Yeah, got brought in after the show started, and it was kind of weird how we did it, but we actually did that just to show love to them. Yep.
And so when they came in, it was cool, whatever. But Corey's vibe was kind of like off. Like if y'all know Corey, Corey's like a hyper talkative type person. Yeah. And he was like quiet, looked like he had an attitude. Like he just wasn't like talking to nobody. But didn't he tell you on the phone that his cousin passed away?
Yeah, he did mention his cousin passed away. But when we was on the show, I mean, we was on a bus. It was like a lot going on the bus. So it was like, okay, if you can't make it to the show, just let me know.
Yeah, it's cool.
So when they got there, we did the grand ninjas, whatever, blah blah blah, and I pulled Corey to the side, said, "Hey, like, are you all right, man?" He said, "My cousin just died." You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "I'm sorry to hear that, man." And it was like
when somebody passes away, you're gonna make sure that person is good.
Yeah. So
because when he said, he made it seem as if like, no, I ain't good. My cousin just passed.
He didn't say that at all. I just kept making sure he was good because when we was filming and stuff like that, he just was like, he act like literally like he didn't want to be there. Yeah. So I had talked to Carmen on the side. I said, Carmen, I was like, yo, is like everything good? Like y'all want to be part of the show still? She was like, I was like, cause Corey said his cousin passed away, and she was just like, well, Carmen said, she's like, Corey was even that close to his cousin, and I was just like, oh, okay. And they stayed on the show. So,
but you remember, you told me that not only did Carmen say that he wasn't close with his cousin, but she also said they got in an argument.
They got into an argument the night before, cause remember, guys.
So the night where they said they were up till 5 in the morning watching movies.
Yeah,
she said they was up arguing.
But cause Corey left the gym early. Yeah. To go get rest for the show, and he ended up being up all night because him and Carmen was arguing. So he was already apparently upset about his cousin, cousin passing, and he was upset about the argument. But it kind of just all that energy, his energy carried on to the show, and when we was filming,
you could see it.
Everybody was like hyped up, but like Corey was like it kind of like he was giving everybody bad vibes.
Like he just wasn't being Corey.
Yeah, he wasn't being Corey. So it kind of was throwing stuff off. Basically, at any time during this whole process of like us at the mansion, Corey and Carmen could have left at any moment. You know.
Yeah, because we felt bad that his cousin did pass, because we know how it feels to have people passing our family. It's like if you didn't want to be there because you wanted to go be with your family,
we totally would have understood.
Yeah, like we would have understood, but you kept asking him, do you want to leave?
I was actually nagging him because I was like,
you don't have to be here.
You don't have to be here, because I didn't want to make it seem like he forced to be here.
He was
you're
like,
not obligated,
I'm good, bro.
You're not obligated to do anything, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like if you needed to go, like since Carmen and Corey drove to the mansion because they were supposed to get picked up on a bus, their car was located at the mansion.
At the house that we were at.
You
Yeah,
could have
so
just left anytime. So
they had their keys. We didn't take their keys away. They could have left at any given time. So now we're gonna jump a couple of hours. So a couple hours, we told everybody, hey, get ready. We're about to go out. Dress up nice.
That's what we said. We dressed up nice.
We said wear club attire.
Correct.
That's what we said. We said get dressed. And so Carmen tells me, she says, Corey been looking at this one female on the show. I'm not gonna say her name, but Corey been looking at this one female, and I keep seeing him eyeballing her, and that they've been already talking on the show, and I just don't like it. Like I don't know why she told me, but she just felt, I guess, the need to tell me that Corey been looking at this, like Corey and Carmen wasn't talking.
It wasn't. They was already.
I remember Corey was sitting in a chair and Carmen was over here on the couch.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and they weren't talking, but Corey was talking to other females.
Yes.
So she kind of had a little attitude about it. And then after that, probably another hour goes by, and it's time to get on the big the big van.
Yeah, it was actually a bus.
A bus, yeah.
Basically on the show, you guys gonna see we got a big bus for all the influencers.
Because there was a lot of us, so we had to fit everybody.
Yes, and then we was about to head to the club. So everybody got dressed. Everybody came downstairs, and then after that, it was like a so we always outside about to get on the bus. And so we was like, all right, the challenge is everybody gotta get on the bus, but you gotta get on the bus with, what is it? Not your partner?
Yeah, with the opposite sex.
With the opposite sex.
That wasn't your partner.
You gotta get on the bus with somebody that wasn't your partner.
So let's say me and him, and let's say somebody else, I'll have to get on with them, and he'll have to get on with her.
But everybody had to do it.
Yeah, that was a part of the challenge. Nobody really complained about it or nothing. They didn't have weird faces. Nobody stepped up and said anything. So when that happened, we started calling people on the bus, and Corey was the first name we called.
He was the first one. I was I said, Corey, you can get on the bus.
And mind you, we were telling who to go with who, but we didn't say where you had to sit at.
No.
We didn't assign you seats. We just said get on the bus.
Correct.
So Corey got on the bus, and then the female got on the bus, and then we start putting everybody on the bus, right?
Yes.
And so when everybody was on the bus, everybody sat down, and then that's when I think we started talking about shots.
Correct. But before that though, we already knew Corey was looking at this girl.
Yeah, because Carmen told me.
We already knew Corey was looking at this girl. We did purposely set the girl next to Corey, but that was it. That was it. So nothing had to go further than that. So I just had to throw that in there. We picked them together on purpose.
The female that she told me about, yeah.
Correct.
So while we're on the bus, Corey and the female sat, I think it was the second seat, because we're in front of them.
Correct.
So the seat behind, so the seat in the front basically. And we had another game basically.
Alcohol, and y'all know that me and Carmen don't really drink alcohol at first.
Fuck the motherfucking priest.
Bianca, she was forcing me to drink it, and then they had said something about
if you don't drink it,
you gotta leave.
Big balls.
You get eliminated from the game with a reality show.
I told the entire bus, I said, everybody needs to take at least one shot. Take one shot or you're eliminated. But I also stated, if for any specific reason that you cannot take this shot, please let me know and I will not, you don't have to do it, right? So I said, you don't have to do it, because there was people on the bus that could have stepped up and said that they were underage. There was people on the bus that could have said they were pregnant, that they have heart problems. Anybody could have stepped up and said something. No, not one person stepped up and said anything.
No, not one person.
Not one person complained on the bus about me saying you have to drink one shot or you're eliminated.
Yep.
Nobody complained. So when that happened, everybody took their one shot.
Even us.
Even us.
We took a shot.
We took a shot too.
Yeah, because Neek called you out.
Yeah, she said, Bianca, you need to take a shot too.
Yep, and then I had to take a shot too.
Yeah, so after that, everybody took their one shot, and I said, if anybody wants another shot, let me know. This second shot, if you didn't take it, you're not eliminated.
Correct.
So
whoever took the second shot was willing to take the second shot.
So Corey, he asked for another shot willingly.
Hold on.
I did not force him to take that second shot. He willingly said, I want another one.
Correct.
And what did I do? I gave him another one because he asked for it. And the girl next to him took another shot as well.
Correct.
All right, so Corey stated in his video that him and Carmen didn't want to be a part of our show. He said he didn't want to be a part of our show, but yet on camera, he said that he wanted to give us drama for the show.
So I'm like, well, you know what? I'll give them a little drama. I'm not gonna go outrageous, but I'll give them a little drama because they what they want for the show.
Right?
He said that in this video.
And he also stated in his video that we set him up.
Correct. That's all he was saying was we set him up.
How did we set you up if you were willingly taking that second shot, if you were willingly trying to give us drama for our show, so you knew what you was doing, right?
The show it's not a fake show.
It's not fake. Everything's real.
It was real. It was nothing scripted. We didn't even tell Corey to do that.
Yeah.
That was it. Like all we did was place them next to each other, him and the girl, and that was it. Everybody else was mixed. Again, everybody was mixed with different people as well. So I gotta throw that out there.
Okay, and also he said that he was tipsy or drunk or his head was spinning. You took 2 shots, Corey. 2 shots, and that does not kick in right away.
No, actually, he took 1 shot first.
1 shot first.
And then everybody got 1 shot on the whole bus.
Yeah.
And then
he took the second one.
But he didn't even get to the second one yet. He never got to the second one yet.
Yeah, but he said that he's already.
Oh, okay.
He's already dizzy.
Off the first shot, right?
Yeah.
This is off.
He's already going crazy.
Okay, I'm just throwing that out there.
So I'm a light drinker, right?
I am too.
Boy, you barely, when he drink, he be chill. But me, I'm a light drinker. So like when I drink something, it like, I can act a certain way, but it doesn't take 1 or 2 shots. It takes me more to like feel like that. So if I'm a light drinker, if he's a light drinker, it still is gonna take him a little bit to come through.
It don't take 10 seconds.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't take 10 seconds.
And so I just wanna say we did not set him up.
Correct.
There's no way we could have set you up. If you were willing to give drama for the show, you knew what you were doing. Another thing, he was automatically off tops flirting with that girl.
Off tops.
And we have footage of not only was her arm around him, but yet he did not move it.
Wait, hold up. Roll the clip.
I'm calm. I'm real calm.
How many more?
I'm real calm. Turn that time.
All right, now we back.
Now.
Y'all seen the footage, right?
He didn't move his arm.
He didn't move his arm.
He also stated in his video that he was very uncomfortable. He said he looked uncomfortable. He said, watch the footage.
Wait, hold up.
I looked uncomfortable.
Wait, roll the clip. Roll the clip.
Is there anybody else? 1, 2, 3. Jordan.
All right, he said it.
He said in the video that you just watched, he was comfortable. He was very comfortable at that. Not only was he comfortable, he said, I'm very comfortable.
Very. And then when he said it, he touched her arm too.
He touched her arm, yeah, he touched her arm. He was laughing, joking, smiling.
Again, we never told him to do this.
We didn't force that.
We didn't force it.
We can't force you
Matter of
to cheat
fact,
on your girl.
We didn't even know this was happening. We was in the back handing out drinks in the back of the bus.
Yeah, we was passing out stuff.
Yep.
So Corey said that he didn't want to be on the show, correct?
Correct.
He also said that he wanted to give us drama for our show, correct?
Correct.
He also said in his video that he took the shot because he didn't want to get eliminated, correct?
Correct.
So if you didn't want to be on the show, you could have eliminated yourself immediately.
Correct.
If you didn't take that shot, you could have eliminated yourself and you could have just went home. Because you said you didn't want to be there, but then on your video you said that you wanted to take it because you didn't want to get eliminated. So which one is it? Did you want to be there or did you not want to be there?
Yeah, that's kind of weird to me. I'm kind of confused a little bit.
Make it make sense. Okay, so after we passed out all the shots, we moved 3 couples around again.
Yep, on the bus.
So we moved Carmen up to the front and she was sitting with Vaughn.
Yep.
So we moved them up to the front, and we moved up to the front. Carmen noticed the girl and Corey flirting.
Yep.
So she like called like an attitude. So when Carmen sat down, she was like this to the girl. Like she like smacked the girl's arm.
Yeah, it wasn't like she just.
It wasn't like she talked back and punched in her face. It was kind of like a this. And the car was like, what are you doing, Corey?
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm drunk. I'm tipsy.
and she said, you can't handle your liquor? I'm drunk, I'm tipsy. And then the girl and Carmen just started going at it a little bit. Like they was like, why you touch my man?
Yeah.
That type of stuff. But it wasn't, that's
That's
all that
what
happened between them, yeah.
I ain't got no time. I ain't got no.
Okay, so now we just pulled up to the club, right?
Yep.
Everybody gets off of the bus, goes inside, and we actually got told by the producer.
We got pulled to the side and told by the producers and the management team that they told the girl to basically like
be flirtatious.
Be flirtatious.
So like they set up a prank, but we had no idea until they told us when we arrived at the club.
Correct. So everybody went in the club, but Corey, he stayed back outside.
And that's what I had went in the club too, and you only walked to Corey.
Yes.
So when you had walked to Corey, you were talking to him, and the camera was rolling.
Yeah, the camera was rolling. No, I was outside before, right? You came outside?
Yeah, so you were outside, and then that's when I came back outside after you were already talking for a little bit.
Yeah, so I basically walked up to Corey and like, he the only one that's, again, he's like, it's the vibe, guys. Like the whole vibe was like thrown off. So basically, when I walked outside, Corey was basically on his phone and stuff. And he was looking at his phone when I walked up to him. I'm like, you good, bro? What's going on? He said, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. And then he basically was saying that he didn't want to be on part of the show no more.
He said his mama told him to leave.
Yeah, his mama. But when I was talking to him, I didn't even know he was on the phone with his mom.
Until you heard her voice, or so you was like, oh, you on the phone?
Yeah, because his mom said something. He had his mom on speaker, and then that's when his mom started, you know, talking about how Carmen is like insecure and all this other stuff, and I was just like, oh snap.
Y'all don't know Carmen.
Bro, tell you,
but see,
y'all don't
Carmen
know, bro.
get a little alcohol in her, Carmen whole total. She insecure. No, Carmen always insecure.
Yeah, so she basically said Carmen's insecure.
And she said she always been insecure, and I kind of was just like, bro,
what did you do?
If I was like, Carmen, I was like, she's insecure for a reason. She didn't just wake up like this. Like, it's on the video, roll the clip. But Carmen acting like this, it gotta be a reason. She didn't wake up like this. She not automatically like this. It's a reason why she act like this. I told y'all, man, so, I mean, I don't know.
And then at some point, I walked outside and you told me, you said, Corey wants to go home. I said, why?
Yeah.
He's like, he just don't want to be here anymore. The mama told him to leave.
And then also he said something in this video. He said when we was outside talking to him outside the club, he said the camera was in his face, and I'm seeing her asking him questions, purposely trying to get him to talk. But he also stated that, did he say something about he told the camera got his face?
I just know for a fact he didn't say it.
He didn't tell us that.
We watched our footage and he never said that.
He never said get the camera on my face. And then what? So you gonna take Carmen with you? Cause she's still inside.
She come, she get down, she get that, bro. I ain't got time, bro.
Where y'all baby at? You want to get your baby down?
Yeah, I'm finna call him. I'm gonna get this shit babysitter.
So basically what you're saying is you want to get eliminated the first day?
I ain't tripping, bro.
You ain't tripping? When you filming a reality show, guys,
the camera's rolling 24/7.
All the time.
All the time.
That's what a reality show is.
Not 24/7, but it rolls. Especially for the drama parts, of course it's going to roll.
The camera is just rolling. And the producers, they just doing their job. It just was caught up in the moment to where we was having this conversation and the cameras was literally right there.
But Corey could have asked, hey, cut.
Yeah.
I don't want to be filmed at this part.
Correct.
He didn't.
He didn't say that.
And he knew that the camera's in his face because he was looking at the camera.
Yes, the cameras was already rolling before we even came outside. When I walked outside the club, that's why I was like, what's going on? Corey was outside and the camera was already in his face.
So then he called an Uber.
Correct. He called an Uber and he
said he just needed to go. He didn't want to be there anymore.
And I said, all right, Corey, I said, listen, if you leave, this gonna like eliminate you from the show automatically. Yeah. And he said, man, I don't even care about none of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. It was like he wasn't really trying to talk. And then so he ended up leaving.
Yeah, he ended up leaving.
Without Carmen.
Without Carmen. He left by himself and he went back to the mansion where his car was.
Correct.
Mind you, just a little bit ago, we said that Corey said that he was drunk.
Corey said, he said in this video.
Yes, he said that he was tipsy, he was drunk.
When he
didn't know what was going on.
He said it was like, oh man.
Yeah, so if you're so drunk and you don't know what's going on, how do you know the address to the mansion to go get your car? How do you know to put your address in your GPS and drive an hour home from the mansion?
Because Carmen and Corey, they lived an hour, it was like an hour drive from the mansion.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if you're drunk and you're tipsy, and it was like, what? We went to the club around like late at night, right?
It was around like what, 10 or 11, something like that.
So if you live an hour away from the mansion and you're tipsy, so you was drinking and driving for a whole hour without getting pulled over, no car accidents or any of that?
But you were so drunk.
That don't make sense.
You obviously wasn't drunk enough to know what you were doing. You knew where you were going. You knew how to stay in the lanes. You knew. You
was basically drinking and driving. You say you was tipsy. If you're drunk, never in life is you about to be driving a whole hour to the crib. And we live in Houston, guys. If you guys don't know, we live in Houston, Texas. The speed limits on these highways and freeways is like 60, 65.
70.
Minimum.
Yeah.
So you was driving for a whole hour straight, doing 60, 70 miles an hour on the dash, tipsy, drunk? That don't even make sense.
Mind you, that's not our problem. You want to drink and drive, do you?
I'm just saying,
but
like,
don't say you're drunk and you don't know what's going on. You don't know why the girl flirting with you and you flirting back, but yeah, you can drive home.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, Corey had already left. We're walking back inside the club, and we were told not to tell Carmen that he left because we didn't want to throw her vibe off. Like she was like she was in a good mood because she was at the club, turned up with with everybody there, right? Yeah. So we were told not to tell her. So we was all turning up, taking more shots, drinking. After the club ended, everybody walked back outside, went on the bus, and me and Damien stayed back and we talked to Carmen.
Correct.
When we talked to Carmen, we're just like, hey, do you know Corey left? She said, no, I didn't really know, but then turned around and said she knew because she seen a receipt from the Uber.
She said that in her video.
In her video, she said that. So first she said she didn't know.
And she said she didn't know.
Ours.
In ours. And then on her video, she said she knew because of the email. She got the email.
Yeah, so I don't know which one. Did she know or did she not know? I don't know. She told us both, right?
Yep.
So then we were just talking to her like, well, you know, Corey said this about you. She's like, well, anything you're gonna tell me, I already know.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you know what? Roll the clip.
You cheated on me already. While I was pregnant, I went through a lot. When I decided to build my trust, he still decided to cheat on me. So yes, if I'm insecure because of him, not because I want to be insecure.
So anything that Damien or me told Carmen, she said she already knew because she was expressing to us how he cheats on her. He did her bad while she was pregnant.
While she was pregnant.
Or like she just was like rambling about him.
Basically,
and then she started crying. But we were there not to hurt her, but to comfort her. Like in the clip, you will see me put my arm around her trying to comfort her. You know, like, it's gonna be okay. Blah,
we basically was there for her. So
yeah, we were there as friends. Like, we're just letting you know what happened. And then you also asked, you said Corey left and he's eliminated. What you want to do?
Yeah, I asked her. I said Corey left the show. I said, but you're still on the show. Do you want to stay or do you want to go home? Because we didn't want to just eliminate her because Corey didn't want to be there. Yeah. And she literally said on the show, I want to stay.
She said, I want to go home. You said, go home where? She said, back to the mansion with everybody. She wants to continue to have fun. She said she don't want to go home right now. She wants to give Corey his space.
And she stayed on the show.
Home. Why?
You go home?
I'm drunk.
You talking about like home, back to the mansion home?
Yes, whatever everybody ate.
Okay, so now everyone's back at the mansion. Everybody went to their rooms, and I told Damien, hey, I'm about to go to the room. I'm about to freshen up and take a shower. And so when I went to the room,
I was outside.
You stayed out there, yeah.
I was outside. When I was outside, Carmen, she ended up coming outside. And it was like one of them situations to where she was already crying. So when like, she was already crying at the club and she was crying on the bus on the way home from the club because of, I mean, obviously the stuff that happened with Corey. And then you ever you ever see somebody that's like ready to let it all out?
Yeah.
It was like one of them situations. So I was
like they ready to let it out, but they don't know how, so they like holding back tears.
So I was there. I was like, yo, Carmen, what's going on? Like, how you feeling? And she just said that I want to break up with Corey. And I just said, okay, well, just break up with him. She said, Damien, you don't understand. And then I was like, well, help me understand. And then that's when she was like, I want to leave him, but I can't. And then she said she felt trapped. I was like, okay. So she said she felt trapped. She said that Corey could take baby CJ away. She said all the money in Corey's name, the house in Corey's name, all the cars in Corey's name. And I was just like, how do Corey have this much power over you? And that's when she said that I'm illegal immigrant. And I'm like, I didn't know what to say, but I don't even know how true this is. This is what she said. I don't have proof of this. This is what she told me. And then that's when Bianca and the management, they came outside. And then
yeah, when I walked outside, it kind of like just...
It was like awkward for a second.
Yeah, like awkward for a second. And
like
then,
when like somebody kind of like interrupt your conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like when I walked outside, she just started like apologizing. And she was like, I'm sorry if I acted like this, you know, earlier. I'm sorry if I ruined something. But I just, like, she didn't know how to respond with the Corey situation, I guess. So she was basically saying, I hope I didn't mess anything up.
And then that's when she kept venting about how she was broke and about like, even like the YouTube stuff.
Yeah, she was talking to all of us, and she was just talking about how she literally has nothing in her name. And like, she said that she literally have no cars.
Like
nothing,
everything,
not the house.
everything in his name. But she said she want to leave him, but she can't. Because she said if she tried to, he gonna take baby CJ away and all the other things. And what mother want to get their
baby took away.
But again, this is what she said. This is what she said.
I didn't hear her say the illegal thing. She never told me that she was illegal, but then again, there's no proof. You know what I'm saying? So this is just what it came out of her mouth, but we have no proof
I don't have
of
no
it
proof,
being true. So it's like, it may be, it may not be, we don't know.
Yeah, it was just very shocking.
Like I said, we don't know how true it is. I was just like when Damon told me, I'm like, well, how, she on YouTube. Like, she's a YouTube star.
And Instagram, Facebook,
yeah, she's
with
like,
millions of followers.
She's really big, and like, I've never met somebody who was illegal, or if they was, I never knew about it. Like, I thought like if you were, that you had to stay low key, because like,
I would be low key. I wouldn't be out like in a public light like the way I am, so.
Yeah, so like I said, this is what she told him, and then obviously I found out from Damien, but we don't know. I mean, she's everywhere, you know what I'm saying, all over social media, so.
Yeah. All right, guys, so a few hours later, after we got done talking and stuff from outside, I wrote Carmen on Instagram. I DM'd her and I asked her for her number. Now, my intentions was to make sure she was okay from everything that happened that night. And then after that, we started texting, and then the conversation just flowed.
But let me remind you guys too, on Carmen and Corey's video, they stated that Carmen gave her number to Damien because she had got eliminated from the game, and that she needed to stay up to date about like when we were filming and like where she needed to be at that time, because she was still at the house at this point.
Instagram checking, and I get a DM from Damien. So I gave him my number because it was more of like, so he was like, we have to communicate and let you know what's gonna happen.
Which wasn't true. Which
wasn't true. When Damien hit Carmen on Instagram and he said number, and she gave it to him, that was the night that we had all left from the club. That was the night where she spilled her beans to Damien. The spelling bee didn't happen till the next day.
Which she was in it.
Which she was in.
Not eliminated.
The spelling bee. And we have proof of the screenshots, proof of footage, and all that stuff that you guys need to see. So she wasn't giving her number to him because of her being eliminated.
That wasn't her
because she was
intentions.
still there.
Correct.
She was still a part of the game at this point.
Like, I was in the house, but I wasn't supposed to be in the house.
So after that all happened, we're gonna touch on a few key points of where they got the information wrong at.
Okay.
Now, you admit to texting Carmen, yes?
Yes, I was texting Carmen.
Okay, you were texting Carmen, it wasn't right.
It wasn't right. I was texting Carmen, it wasn't right. And I apologize to all my fans, all my supporters. I apologize I really apologize to my wife. I'm sorry for texting her. And I'm sorry. I apologize.
So let's go into, we also have the screenshots of these messages and all this stuff. So Carmen and Damien was texting, and they were texting originally off of his number, right?
Off my number, yep.
And Damien said, hey, I just hit you on my other phone.
Correct.
Now, I'm not sure, I have to go back and look. On one of the phones, Damien says, how old are you? And when Damien says, how old are you? She replies and she said that she was 21 years old. In the video that Carmen and Corey did, Corey looked at her like,
oh right, I told him 21 though. I don't know, but I told him 21. I wasn't even thinking, but I told him 21.
First of all, why did you say 21? Maybe because Damien was older? You tweeted out, said age ain't nothing but a number. It's just to me.
She tweeted out on Twitter.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't make sense, and she kept saying that
she tried to make it like she was older than what she was.
Yeah, but remember, she kept saying that she's drunk at this point. So she's using drinking as an excuse.
She used drinking
for her age.
For her age. She was using drinking as an excuse, and Corey was using drinking as an excuse also.
But she was sober enough to tell you her business.
Correct.
But you can't remember your age?
But the thing about it is, I believe the legal age of drinking in Texas, I think the whole US is 21 years old.
Let me remind y'all, I said for any specific reason.
When we was on the bus.
When we was on the bus. If y'all cannot drink, let me know.
Correct.
We didn't check people's IDs. She's under the age of 21, but we didn't know. She didn't raise her hand and say, hey, because you can get in the clubs down here at the age of 18.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, with this situation, we rented out the entire club.
Yeah, we rented out, so nobody was there except for us.
We rented out the entire club.
But even if we didn't, the legal age down here to get inside the club is 18.
Correct.
But the drinking age is 21.
And she lied to me, and even in a message, she said she was 21 when she's really 20.
Which I'm not gonna make that a big deal. I'm just saying, why lie about your age? I just don't understand. Another thing she lies about in the text messages. In her video, she says that she told Damien that she was in a bed with our manager.
Hey, no, I said I'm laying down with my manager.
In the text messages that we have proof of, she does this. He said, are you alone? She does this emoji.
She did this emoji.
She never, not once, said that she was in a bed with the manager.
Or who she was with at all.
Or who she was with. She said she was alone.
Correct.
Okay? So now, I'm gonna like jump a little bit to basically say that Carmen told me that she was uncomfortable a little bit after this, right? But this has to go with this because if you were so uncomfortable, you could have told Corey. You could have contacted me.
To give her
the bed with the manager. You could have told her right then and there.
Correct.
You could have blocked Damien. You could have told him, hey, I don't feel comfortable after you sending me these messages. But instead, it takes how many people to have a conversation?
It takes 2 people to have a conversation.
It takes 2 people to have a conversation. So you were going on with the flow. In her message, she said, is this Damien? Like in her video, she said, is this Damien? Oh, let me keep replying to see if it is. You know it's him because he wrote you on Instagram.
And if you felt so uncomfortable what was being said, you should have been blocked me. Like, why are you entertained the conversation?
Exactly.
And then not, all right.
So I just didn't understand for her to say she's so uncomfortable and she needs to see if this is really Damien. Yet he wrote you from his Instagram account with the blue check mark. He texted you and it said, I text you my other number. You know it's him. Don't act like
you continued the conversation
on. You continued the conversation on. You continue the conversation. Whether, I don't know what your intentions was, but you continue the conversation. Another thing that they lied about in the video, she said that Damien said, I really want to give you advice. So prove to me that it's Damien.
Okay, prove it again that this is really you, because I really want to talk to you and give you advice.
The only thing that Damien said was prove it.
All I said was prove it.
Prove it that it's Carmen. Or something like that. Prove it that it was...
Just prove it that it's Carmen.
Yeah.
We pull up the messages? No, we good. No,
it's gonna pop on screen, yeah. But she said that Damien says, I really want to give you advice, so just prove to me. It wasn't like that either.
It wasn't.
And in the messages, you will see that Damien never sent that message. So I don't know why you're adding stuff, but please read it off the screen how it is, okay? Another thing. This is the part where they didn't show y'all all the messages.
No, because the conversation continued for what, was it 2 days or 3 days?
The conversation continued for 2 days after they first started texting.
So it was 3 days total when the messages was going back and forth.
So at a point in time, you texted Carmen and said, are you at NK house or a hotel?
Correct.
And you asked that because why?
She told me that I asked her, I think I said, where are you going or something like that. And then she said, maybe the Nick and King house or a hotel. Correct.
But then again, when you asked her where she was at, we bought them a hotel.
We bought them a hotel.
Because they had their baby with them and they were Carmen and Corey were supposed to go back to the hotel at night to watch their baby.
So basically, we got them a hotel and a babysitter because they don't have no family here in Houston either, as well as us. So we hired a babysitter for them and got them a hotel. So like, since we film a reality show, it's gonna take more than a few days. So at nighttime when we not filming, we made it to where they was able to go to the hotel and they was able to be with their kids.
Yeah, because we don't like bringing our kids around a whole bunch of people that, you know, that our kids don't know.
Correct.
So we could understand because we have children of our own.
Correct. So we booked them a hotel.
Another thing in the messages that they didn't show for y'all, Damien told Carmen to go home.
Correct. I said
Damien
go home.
said go home. She said no, and she didn't put N-O. She put no with a whole bunch of O's, as in like no.
And this is after them text messages was exposed and all of this stuff. So it's like
in the messages.
But she said she was uncomfortable though, right?
Yeah, but if you're so uncomfortable, why do you keep replying 2 days later? And then you're like writing her talking about, oh, have y'all talked? She said, yeah, we talked. You said that's good that y'all talked. It was like at this point it was like short words, like it was like short messages going back and forth. But it was still messages. It's just, you know,
the conversation it continued for days.
Yeah, so like I said, it takes 2 people to have a conversation. In her video, she also stated that the conversation got juicy.
Too juicy on this number, so he texted me from another number.
Now, if you knew the conversation got so juicy, why did you keep replying? If your intentions, if you knew what Damien was on, if you knew what he was on, why did you keep replying?
And you said you was so loyal.
You say so loyal.
You're so loyal and you big on communication.
Communication is everything.
But if Corey's really your husband, then you would have texted him immediately whether you was mad at him or not mad at him.
she used her excuse as she was drinking.
Okay.
She was drinking, that's why she kept replying and all that stuff. But I don't want to hear the drinking stuff because we all were drinking and nobody else had this issue.
Nobody else.
So,
everybody else that was in that house, it was no other issues like this.
So I'm just gonna touch base on this real quick. I don't like the fact that y'all made it seem like she wasn't trying to cheat or whatever.
She was
y'all
entertaining the whole conversation.
She was entertaining the conversation. If Damien cheated, you cheated. That's just how I look at it. The conversation was between the both of y'all. If he cheated, you gotta say you cheated. If he didn't cheat, then you didn't cheat.
And also, but it's one other thing we gotta add in. In their video, not one time did she admit that she was wrong.
Not one time.
But
they said they're so like they said they're innocent.
They said they're innocent.
Wrong.
But on Instagram, Corey posted on his story
a long message,
which is a screenshot that's right here on the screen. Corey posted a message from Carmen saying that I know I'm not innocent.
At the end of the message, she said, I just wanna, you know, make sure we're good. And I never said, I'm gonna just read it.
Yeah, just read it.
Let me just read it word for word. So y'all, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But at the end, she said, I just wanna make sure you good, you know? I know I'm not innocent. I never said I was.
But on the video, she made it seem like it was all me. You was entertaining the whole conversation.
Yeah. So,
but why did you publicly say you was wrong?
All I'm saying is, please don't make it seem like my husband cheated, but yeah, you're being loyal. Because it doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so another thing that they didn't show you guys is the last part of their message thread. The last part of their message thread is gonna pop up, but I'm just gonna read a little bit. Damien said, hey, how are you holding up? She said, I've been good, been pretty chill all day. And they start talking about what they ate, right? Because you guys will be able to read it for yourself. The last message that was sent was at 9:50 in the morning from Carmen. She says, LOL, oh, you funny. Good morning, by the way. Now, the last message came from Carmen. Damien didn't reply after that.
No, I didn't reply no more.
But if he did, if he would have replied,
the conversation
would have kept on going.
It would have continued. It would have never stopped.
And so you can't be uncomfortable if you keep replying to somebody you're so uncomfortable with.
And then not only that, even after the messages with the whole picture, with the eggplant emoji, even with all of that, the next day when we was texting, we was actually playing iMessage games.
Yeah, which will pop up too. They were playing iMessage games. What's that GIF? How you say that?
The GIFs?
The GIFs. They were sending those. And it's like,
you're so uncomfortable.
Not saying that nothing's wrong with it.
I'm not saying
that's on some friend stuff.
But listen, I was in the wrong though. I was in the wrong, but she needs to admit that she was in the wrong too publicly.
Yeah,
That's what I did. I could admit it. I was, but can't she though?
Yeah. So like y'all just heard, Damien knew that he was in the wrong and he admits to it. But the fact that they're trying to make it seem like it's all on Damien is not okay, because it's not all on Damien.
She wrote me last and I didn't reply. If I replied, the conversation probably would have continued.
And even if at that point where y'all were talking and it was just about some friend level stuff, the messages before that seemed to be a little more than friendship, but you kept replying.
And not only that, the day when she kept replying to me, was it the second day or the third day when we was talking, we wasn't even at that mansion anymore.
No.
She was at Nikki King's house.
Yeah. So it just, all I'm saying is she was the last person to send a message. Okay, so everything we just talked about was from August 19th to August 21st. Now we're into September 4th, where some more stuff happens.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later.
All right, man, so basically 2 weeks later, remember that guys, 2 weeks later, after the show ended, one morning, I basically received a phone call about some information about Bianca, regarding Bianca and Corey. Now, earlier in the video, Bianca was talking about how her and Corey
had messages exchanged
on Snapchat. But as you guys see the timestamps from July 15th?
July 15th.
Bianca had wrote me saying Corey was writing her. So I already knew about all of that stuff. But on September 4th, new information came to light, and that information was, yo, Bianca and Corey is basically messing around. They talking. I'm like, nah, I already know they was talking. Yeah, I already knew they was talking because my wife told me when I was at the gym. And then so I was just like, what information you guys got? And they was like, Bianca apparently was Bianca sent you emojis.
Yeah, but the unknown source like the information came from Carmen.
Yeah, the information came from Carmen.
Told the unknown source, and the unknown source
contacted me. Yes.
Just want to say that it came from Carmen.
The information came from Carmen because Carmen apparently was in Corey's phone or something like that, and then the information came from Carmen. Carmen told the source, and the source ended up telling me. So when I'm about to put it on screen for you guys. So basically, when the source hit me up, after I talked to them, I said thank you. And then I said, I won't say anything later because the source didn't want me to
say anything,
expose them. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna say anything later. And then the source wrote me, as you see, it says, keep your composure. I wrote back, I will. Because basically, when Carmen told the source this information, if I would have spazzed out, then the source, basically the source would have got, like
Carmen would have knew who it came from.
Who it came from.
You know what I'm saying? So the source said, don't say anything.
And I didn't want to expose the source. So later that day, so if y'all read the message at the top, it says 11:34 a.m. I said, I will keep my composure. Okay, so I hopped on the phone with the source. I was like, yo, you got the information? Because basically the source said that
Carmen said she has screenshots.
Carmen said she has screenshots. She has proof from Bianca and Corey going back and forth in the messages. So I wrote the source back, as you see, 6 hours later, and I said, you got that screenshot of that heart emoji, because apparently Carmen said that Bianca sent Corey a heart emoji.
And we're gonna pop the emoji we're talking about.
Okay, so, and then I was just like, yo, you got that screenshot of that emoji?
Yeah.
And at that time, I was basically...
So let me just
Go ahead, man. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Damien got the information, you know what I'm saying? When Damien received that information, I knew something was wrong with him. I didn't hear him on the phone call, but me and Damien, we've been together for so long, we know how we know how we are, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking to me, and he was just acting weird. I said, what's wrong with you?
Nothing, I'm good.
I'm like, okay. So when Damien, he just kind of like, he like kissed me and just said, I'm leaving, I'm going to the gym. And I'm like, okay. And after he left, he texts me, which we have the screenshots of that.
You want to read them off?
Yeah.
You got them?
Damien texts me and he says, let me find it, 1 second. Okay, so Damien texts me and says, is there anything you need to tell me? Before you respond, think long and very hard before you do. So I'm sitting here by myself, because mind you, he left. I'm here by myself like, what did I do wrong? Like, it's nothing that I've done wrong. So I text him, I said, huh? I haven't done anything wrong, I don't know. He didn't respond to me, so I wrote him again and I said, what did I do? All he texts back, he said, Corey. And so I respond like, what about Corey? After I say, what about Corey, Damien takes forever to respond. He didn't respond to me. So what I'm doing, I'm over here like, what the hell is he talking about? So then I call 2 people on our management team. I called 2 people, I'm like, hey, what's wrong with Damien? What was said? Oh, nothing, I don't know, you gotta call the other person. I'm like, okay, call the other person. Hey, what's going on? Oh no, you need to call that other person. I'm like, so y'all being wishy-washy, y'all playing games. Y'all know what's going on, but y'all won't tell me, but y'all will tell somebody else. So I'm like, okay. At that point, I had a nail appointment already scheduled that day, which I'm gonna show you guys proof of that here in a little bit. I was already on the way to the nail shop, and when I was on the way to the nail shop, I called Carmen and Corey on Snapchat. Not once did I blow their phone up.
Bianca was blowing our Snapchat off.
And she was texting me and like she had called me on, cause she called me on Snapchat.
I don't have their numbers. They said I was blowing them up. I didn't blow them up, but I did call them because I was trying to get information, because Carmen was going around saying I sent her man heart eye emojis.
You want to read the DM when you had messaged Carmen?
Yeah, I would read the DM, because after neither one of them answered on Snapchat, right?
Yep.
So I wrote Carmen and I said, since everyone else want to talk, what's the issue? She said, what are you talking about? I said, you know what I'm talking about, Carmen. What's your number? Because I don't have her number. I said, what's your number? I said, you don't have to go back to Ebony, Floyd, or Damien to let them know I'm contacting you. It's obviously an issue that needs to be solved. They already showed these messages, so I'm just reading these messages off as what it says, right? And then she gives me her number. I call her, it goes straight to voicemail. She didn't answer. So I said, let me know when you're free to talk. It went to voicemail. She said, finna call you. When she said finna call you, she didn't call back right away. But who did call back was Corey on Snapchat. I didn't answer because I was getting my nails done. If you're a female, you getting your nails done, you know that both hands are getting done at one time. You can't just pick up the phone, right? So I called him back. and I said, hey, I said, why is your girl going around saying I sent you a heart eye emoji? He said, what? Carmen not going around saying that? I said, well, that's the information that got brought, that's the information that got brought to me. He said, no, none of that happened, and woo-doo-woo, whatever else he said, and then he said I hung up on him. I didn't hang up. I don't know if the call got dropped, like it was like a bad area,
yeah.
But basically it kind of like just hung up. So after that, I was, you know, just chilling, getting my nails done. And then I wrote Carmen on on Instagram, and I said, ain't no three-way stuff. When I called her and it went to voicemail, she didn't answer. Oh yeah, Corey told me that she was on the phone, right? So that's why she didn't answer.
Yep.
So then he was like, she gonna call you back. She called me back, well, before that, I wrote her, I said, ain't no three-way stuff, because when you, like, if I call Damien right now, I can put somebody else on three-way, have them use their phone, and he won't even know they on the phone.
That's absolutely
It won't tell you that
you on three-way.
I'm on three-way. Okay, so Carmen called me back, and that's when I questioned her. I'm like, why are you going around saying that I sent your man heart eye emojis? She said, what? She said, I never said any of that. She said, but what I did say, what I need to tell you, is that me and Damien was talking. And I'm like, you and Damien was talking? Like, when was y'all talking? You know what I'm saying? So after that, we're on the phone, and we're just talking, and she said, yeah, we was talking at the reality show, and I said, well, do you have messages? Like, do you have the proof of it? And she said, yeah, I have the proof. I said, well, when we get off the phone, send it to me, because at this point, I'm like, I don't believe you, because me and Damien, we don't go through stuff like this, so it's like, I didn't believe her, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, send me the proof or whatever. And then after that, I told her on the phone, when we was at the reality show, the last day there, me and Damien, we went in the room, and I questioned him. Not once did I say we argued.
She was like, her and Damien got into an argument. And she said, she was like, yes, me and Damien got into an argument. And I kept asking him, why?
It's because it's nothing to hide, you know what I'm saying? I asked Damien, I said, I feel like you keep eyeballing Carmen. Wherever Carmen go, you looking at her. Damien said, no, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I only love you, this and that. But it wasn't no argument. I simply asked him a question, because in a relationship, you need to, what? Communicate, right?
Correct.
You need to communicate. I just questioned him. It wasn't no big argument, because trust me, if it was an argument, the whole entire house would have knew about it. I'ma just be honest. When me and Damien argue, we don't hold nothing back, and we don't care who we around, right?
Man, we spazzing, bro. We be spazzing.
They would have knew if we was arguing for sure. So I did mention that to her. She also starts telling me about how, yeah, I felt so uncomfortable when he was texting me. But I'm just like, when she sent me the messages.
She said this on the phone, right?
Yeah, she told me on the phone that how uncomfortable she felt that you was talking to her.
Okay. She
said some of the things he said, it just didn't sit right with
why did she continue texting the other messages that she didn't show?
I don't know.
Okay.
Also, in their video, you can see that I asked Carmen for Damien's number. I asked for his number because what I just said, I didn't believe it was him, so I needed to see proof that it was actually from Damien's number, because like I said, we don't go through this stuff. So when she sent it, I'm like, okay, whatever. But remember when I told y'all I said ain't no three-way stuff? Somebody had to be on three-way, which was that unknown source, because anything that me and Carmen talked about, Damien would come text me before I even had the chance to come talk to him. When I found out about him and Carmen, he texted me immediately. And I'm like, how do you know I just found out this information? Like,
so basically when a source was telling me everything, I basically was like telling Bianca, I basically knew what Bianca was about to text me before she even texted me.
Yeah.
So I basically was beating her to the punch before she had a chance to tell me.
What the hell? Like, what's going on?
But Bianca only talked to one person, which was
Carmen.
And everything I was coming back and telling you before you got a chance to tell me was exactly what
we was talking about. Yeah. So that's how I was like, I had to be on three-way. And so I did write Carmen. I'm like, how is Damien coming back?
Wait, you want to read that message?
What? I'm not read all of it, but I'll pop all of it up.
Yeah, pop it up.
But before,
because you did ask her again, like, I'll let you talk on.
But before all of that, Carmen writes me and says, I'm so sorry for all of this. And I said, you're fine. And she did a little hands emojis, whatever. And so I'm talking to them like, did y'all talk today? She was like, who, me and Damien? And I'm like, yes, I said, yes, somebody's going back, literally telling him everything. How he know I called Corey and exactly what was said. She said, I'm not telling nobody. Only person who knows that I was gonna talk to was you Wait, the only person that knows that I was gonna talk to you was Floyd and Corey.
I ain't talked to Floyd.
But neither one of them people was going back telling Damien. It was somebody else.
Why would Corey be? All right, yeah,
so basically she just sat there and lied saying she wasn't telling nobody nothing or that I wasn't on three-way because it's proof because
how did I know?
know?
I knew like how did I know? And then you question her with it and I.
Yeah, so after all that, everybody knew what was going on except for Bianca. He knew, Carmen and Corey knew, and our management team knew. Everybody knew what was going on except for me. So at this point, I feel like either we get set up, I'm getting set up, somebody gets set up over here because how everybody know, but when I question all 5 of y'all, nobody tell me nothing.
When they said they got set up, no, they set us up.
Yeah, it's like, come on now, make it make sense.
She basically sent all this stuff to Bianca, and then I knew all this information before Bianca even knew.
Yeah.
I knew y'all phone conversation
before I even had a chance to talk to you.
Correct.
So after that, you know what I'm saying, I came home from the nail shop and Damien was home again. We talked about it and we was good. He said we was good. 30 minutes later, it didn't happen.
Corey said we was good in his video 30 minutes later.
Damien told Corey we good because why would he tell Corey we over here arguing or what we going through? Why would we tell you that? You know what I'm saying? So we was good. We wasn't 100%, but we was good. You know why? Because we're married. We gonna get through stuff. He didn't go, fuck this girl. He could have, but he didn't. He could have texted her back, but he didn't. It was text messages exchanged. You think I'm gonna leave him off of some text messages? Some text messages. So it's like, oh.
I mean, it's not like you know, it's not like I had a girl in my house cooking for me, sleeping in her house, making me breakfast while you pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let's just be honest. So all that stuff happened from July 9th to September 4th.
Correct.
So now we gonna touch on some stuff that wasn't in the timeline really. We just gonna touch on stuff to throw it in there to get our name clear off this other stuff.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So one thing is we never wanted to bring this to the internet.
We never, absolutely not.
Because it's like, we don't like this drama stuff. People think we do.
This is probably like the longest video we ever filmed before.
And it probably will be the last.
Correct.
I'm just saying, but we didn't want to bring this stuff to the internet because it's drama, it's messy.
We are.
He say, she say stuff.
Correct. And that's like the worst. Like me and Bianca never been in no drama like this before, okay? So it's like, the last drama we've been in was the colorist stuff, but that was even our fault. You know, we were just trying to bring you guys entertainment content. Look, we bring you guys pranks, challenges, just family vlogs and all that other stuff. We not on this drama stuff at all.
So we're here to clear our name basically.
Yeah.
Another thing, Carmen and Corey said we playing victim.
Correct.
Or something.
Yeah, at the end of their video, they said we was playing victim.
I don't like it. They trying to like play the victim, not they trying to play the victim.
But we never mentioned anything on social media about the situation.
About it. So
how are we playing victim? We never said
anything.
Damon never came out and said, I didn't text Carmen. He never said that.
Where you get this information from?
This video is live now, so now y'all can see our response to it, but we never...
Beforehand, when they came out their video...
So who y'all talking to?
How's we playing victim? How y'all know we playing victim?
Who y'all talking to? That's two things. Another thing was...
About the challenge, right?
What challenge?
About you apparently jealous or something?
Oh yeah, the challenge.
Should we throw it on the screen too? Should we throw the messages on the screen?
Message on the screen.
Okay.
In a video at the end, Carmen said they didn't want to do videos with us no more. They don't want to do collabs with us no more. You know what? Bianca is jealous of me and she don't want to do videos with me no more.
They're jealous of you or whatever the situation may be. They don't want to do video with us. They don't want to be around us because we had to do a group challenge. And our manager called us and told us, and we didn't really want to do them. So she was like, well, they don't want to work with y'all. Basically, it's more of Bianca. She don't want to be around me, I guess I would say. First
of all, I'm not jealous, okay? If I was jealous of you,
you want the receipts?
I got the receipts.
All
if
right.
I was jealous of you, I wouldn't tell you I'm jealous of you because that would make me look weak. You know what I'm saying? It's like stuff that you have, I can go get. Stuff that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not jealous of you. I did say, she said, Bianca said that I'm prettier than her. I never said you were prettier than me either. I did say you was thicker than me in a video that we filmed for entertainment purposes.
That's a compliment, right?
She's thicker than me, so
listen.
No touching, no looking. Yeah.
Okay.
And I also said that Carmen is a very beautiful girl. Even though we beefing right now, or not beefing, but going through this right now, I'm not gonna downplay her looks. She's a very beautiful girl. But the message is right here about that group challenge.
What's the date on there?
September 16th.
But okay, go ahead. But people say we was playing the victim,
right,
and you was jealous of her, and then we didn't want to work with them no more, right?
Right. It says, hello, do you guys want to be a part of the group activities tomorrow? Damien says, what activities? They said, we're doing group challenge videos. They talk about what everybody's doing, and they said, we're trying to do something else, blah, blah. Damien said, it looks like everything's already set, maybe next time. In that message, did you hear us say we don't want to collab with them?
Did the message say Bianca didn't want to work with Carmen anymore?
No, it says everything's already set, maybe next time. We never said we wasn't going to collab, we said next time.
Because it seemed like everything was set because it was like a last second thing. They said tomorrow when we had plans the next day.
Exactly.
So we never said we wasn't going to work with you guys. We wasn't going to work with you guys no more. We said maybe next time. The message is there.
So we're gonna go into a couple of other things. The guys unfollowed.
About who unfollowing who?
Yeah, Corey unfollowed me. Carmen unfollowed Damien. We seen it. We just unfollowed both of them. We didn't want the drama. We just unfollowed both of them.
We talked. We say, you know what? Let's just unfollow both of them.
Yeah.
It's no.
And not only did we unfollow them off the what's that stuff called?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Unfollow them on Twitter
And Snapchat. So it's like we just didn't want the drama no more, right? Also, Corey wasn't only trying to write me, but he was trying to write somebody else that was a YouTuber as well.
Which her name was actually Kennedy.
Not trying to throw anybody in the bus, but this already came to the public.
Yeah.
So it's like,
did it or did it? I don't know.
Did it not?
I'm not sure. Basically.
Well, I just know Damien told me about it, so.
And I had found that out from Carmen. I found that out from Carmen during the swapping.
Right.
When we did a swap baby mamas, we was in the car.
Right.
Carmen told me that Corey was trying to talk to Kennedy, and DDG had seen that, and they had fell out for a second, DDG and Corey.
Right.
But I think they back cool now. So basically what Corey tried to do to Kennedy, he tried to do to you.
But
again, that came from Carmen.
All right, so in their video, Corey said that Carmen told him about the text messages a week later.
A week later,
right?
We finished the show on
August 21st. Well, early in the morning, but it was like early in the morning.
We finished the show around like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah, so August 21st in the morning.
Okay, a week later, what is a week? 7 days?
7 days.
So 7 plus 21 is 28.
Okay. So if Carmen told Corey a week later, why was Damien and Corey playing basketball together on August 30th?
Here go the picture right here. Boom. We have to jump playing together, and Corey cameraman was there taking pictures.
But don't you think if Corey was so mad at Damien, they wouldn't be playing ball together? Right?
That's correct.
So she couldn't have told him a week later.
I just gotta talk to you. You know, communication is everything.
And they was cool again.
Just saying. Okay. I don't want to talk too much about that. Y'all know what it is, right? She basically lied. Another thing is, Carmen mentioned that she had a meeting with the manager the same day that she was at Nick and King house.
Correct.
But the same day that she was at Nick and King house was August 21st. Because we have the messages about that. We have...
Shut the door. Leave our door alone. All right.
So we have the messages basically saying that it was August 21st when she was at NK house.
Correct.
But she had a meeting with the manager on September 3rd because the next day, that's when the information got brought to him.
Correct.
That's a whole what?
No, the information got brought to me on September 4th.
September 4th, that's why I'm sorry.
But Carmen
they had
and Corey,
September 3rd.
They had their meeting September 3rd.
Yeah, because they said the next day,
correct,
everything found out, whatever. So you didn't have a meeting the same night. You had a meeting a whole week later, and that's when Corey found out. Corey found out 2 weeks later, not 1 week.
He found out on September 3rd.
And y'all biggest thing is communication. That's what y'all say.
Correct.
So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to go over the timeline so everybody can understand, because
the show ended on the 21st.
Yeah.
Carmen told Corey this information on September 3rd, which is exactly 2 weeks from the show.
Yes.
We was hooping on the 30th of August.
Yeah. So when we're talking about all this stuff right now, we're just trying to get our name clear and the timestamps right, because we need the story to be told how it really should be told. And
they had a lot of loopholes in their story.
Yeah, and right now, I know people in the comments like, Bianca acting different, Bianca acting like she big and bad. That's because I'm clearing my name. I'm clearing our name because we good, right?
We good over here.
So another thing, Carmen said in her video that she apologized to me after she sent me the stuff, right?
Yeah, so
she said she apologized to me the next day or something after she told the information.
So apparently, so the information got out to you September 4th.
Yeah. So
and then she said she apologized when?
September 5th, basically.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But she didn't. She apologized to me September 18th. She did say, I'm sorry for all of it. But when she was talking about that woman-to-woman stuff, that was, what, 2 weeks later?
You got the screenshot?
I had a screenshot, which it'll pop up. I can read it real quick?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's more receipts.
This was 2 weeks later that she sent me this woman-to-woman stuff.
She sent 2 weeks later after she talked to Bianca about the messages and stuff. So now we on September, what, 18th?
18th. So she said, hey, just woman-to-woman, I've been wanting to talk to you, but I don't know how you feel. So I'm just gonna keep it short. First off, I apologize for this situation. Second off, I know how you feel because I've been there before. So you basically saying you've been in a situation where your man cheated, so you know that you're in the wrong, right? Okay. I was just thinking about you and wanted to reach out because I know how you felt. Regardless of the situation, I want us to remain friends or at least be able to communicate.